Good evening and welcome to Sunset News this Wednesday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather and sports. I am Diana Master. In the news tonight, at a recent Ministry of Information and Communication Technology MICT briefing, the Ministry of Health and Social Services addressed rumors regarding a cyber attack on Telecom Namibia, clarifying that no personal health information was compromised. On December 13, leaked screenshots of patient health data began circulating on social media, fueling speculation that sensitive medical records such as HIV and malaria statuses had been breached. However, Ministry of Health and Social Services Executive Director Ben Nangombe explained that the data accessed came from the Pharmaceutical Management Information Dashboard, which tracks medical supplies and patient enrollment numbers, not individual health records. He assured that the data was not identifiable and only contained email addresses and contact details of medical staff. Upon discovering the breach, Nangombe stated that the cybersecurity team acted swiftly to disconnect the affected server from the internet, blocking further access. He noted that both the Ministry of Health and Social Services and the hackers had simultaneous access during the breach, but could not confirm whether the data was fully downloaded. The compromised information has since been moved to a more secure server. Meanwhile, Mined Cybersecurity issued a warning highlighting the increasing risk of cyber attacks in Namibia. According to Aliens Risk Barometer 2023, cybercrime is the fourth highest risk for businesses in Namibia, with companies facing an average of 1,382 attacks weekly. The cybersecurity firm stressed that human error, such as falling for phishing scams, is responsible for 95% of cyber attacks and urged businesses to prioritize both technology and staff education to prevent future losses. The Popular Democratic Movement has denied allegations that it is facing severe financial challenges, which reportedly include plans to hold salary payments for some staff members and to even retrench others. Insiders claim that during last week's National Executive Committee meeting, the party discussed salary cuts for regional coordinators, wing leaders, and administrative staff. Reports suggest that the party owes $250,000 Namibian dollars to member Nico Smith and faces additional debts, including unpaid printing costs for election materials. Monthly expenses are said to have risen to $360,000 Namibian dollars, further straining the party's finances. PDM Secretary General Manuel Ngaringombe dismissed the allegations, stating, "If it did not come from my office, there's no truth in it." Reports indicate that potential retrenchments could affect 16 regional coordinators earning $7,000 Namibian dollars per month and wing leaders earning $9,000 Namibian dollars a month. The party said it is also to be considering selling part of its fleet acquired through hire purchase agreements to cut costs. Other proposed measures include scaling back on funeral assistance programs and other expenses, while the party plans to add its vice president to the payroll in April of 2025. These claims come after a tough electoral performance, with the PDM securing only 5 National Assembly seats in the recent elections, a significant drop from the 16 seats it won in 2019. However, party spokesperson Jeffrey Mulima denied any retrenchment plans, dismissing the claims as baseless and calling for evidence to back them. The party maintains that the claims are unfounded and has reiterated its commitment to its workforce despite the financial speculation. In our next story, the Kunene region has unveiled a new police regional headquarters in Opuwo aimed at enhancing public safety and improving service delivery. The facility, inaugurated on Tuesday, features a 44-office administration block, 9 record rooms, 2 receptions, a boardroom, a radio room, server room, logistics warehouse, and other essential amenities. Additional infrastructure include a vehicle clearance building, public ablution facilities, 2 guardhouses, covered parking bays, access roads, and a standby generator for uninterrupted operations. President-elect Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, speaking at the event, commended the Ministry of Home Affairs, Immigration, Safety and Security for completing the project efficiently. She highlighted its alignment with SWAPO's manifesto promise to create over 500,000 jobs in 5 years, emphasizing the role of the construction industry in job creation. To address the shortage of police officers, Nandi-Ndaitwah noted that plans are underway to train an additional 2,000 officers next year. She mentioned that 1,700 recruits are currently in training, and earlier this year, over 1,060 recruits completed their training and graduated in Oshakati. The president-elect urged residents to support law enforcement efforts by refraining from harboring criminals and maintaining the new facility. She described the headquarters as a vital step in strengthening the Kunene region's law enforcement infrastructure and reaffirmed the government's commitment to public safety and improved service delivery nationwide. Now, the tourism sector continues to face challenges including high transport and accommodation costs, volatile oil prices, global conflicts, extreme weather events, and staff shortages. Despite these hurdles, though, the World Tourism Organization UNWTO reports strong recovery in global tourism this year, though it warns of lingering economic, geopolitical, and climate-related risks. FloraQuest spokesperson for the Namibia Tourism Board, NTB, emphasized the importance of the sector to Namibia's economy, which contributes significantly to GDP and creates thousands of jobs. She stressed the need to prioritize tourist safety, noting that ensuring a secure travel experience enhances Namibia's reputation as a welcoming destination and fosters trust among potential visitors. Quest highlighted that when tourists feel safe, they are more likely to recommend Namibia to others, boosting the country's appeal. The UNWTO revealed that 1.1 billion tourists traveled internationally in the first 9 months of 2024, nearly reaching pre-pandemic levels. According to its latest World Tourism Barometer, the sector is expected to fully recover by the end of the year, with most regions already surpassing 2019 arrival numbers. Notably, international tourism receipts have shown double-digit growth compared to 2019, which has positively impacted jobs, small businesses, and national economies worldwide. International arrivals grew strongly in 2024, driven by post-pandemic demand in Europe and the recovery of destinations in Asia and the Pacific. The Middle East saw record growth at plus 29% compared to 2019, while Africa grew by 6% and Europe by 1%. Closer to home, the Namibia Statistics Agency reported mixed results for passenger movements. The Composite Passengers Movement Index contracted by 1.8% month-on-month in October 2024, but grew by 4.5% year-on-year. In absolute terms, 103,584 passenger arrivals and departures were recorded at Namibian airports in October, slightly down from September's 105,483, but up from October 2023's 99,162. Tourism Minister Pohamba Shifeta, in his festive season message, celebrated 2024 as a year of near-complete recovery for Namibia's tourism sector. Reflecting on the success of recovery plans implemented after the devastating effects of COVID-19, Shifeta urged the industry to focus on excellent customer service and hospitality to ensure tourists feel welcomed and valued. Closing off our top stories, Bank Windhoek has been named the best foreign exchange FX bank in Namibia by Global Finance, a London-based international financial portal and magazine. The bank also received the 2025 Small and Medium Enterprises SME Bank Award. Bank Windhoek's Chief Treasurer Claire Hobbs and Executive Officer of Business Banking Leon Koch described the accolades as a shared achievement, crediting the dedication of the bank's treasury and business banking teams, staff, and customers for the recognition. They noted the awards highlight the hard work and resilience behind the bank's success. Global Finance, known for covering sectors like banking, trading, technology, and wealth management, selected winners across 87 countries, territories, districts, 7 regions, and various global categories. The selection process involved submissions from banks, insights from industry analysts, corporate executives, and technology specialists. Key criteria included transaction volume, market share, global coverage, customer service, competitive pricing, and innovation in technology. Amid global economic uncertainty and rapid technological advancement, Global Finance highlighted that the best foreign exchange banks of 2025 have shown exceptional expertise, resilience, and innovation in the FX sector. These institutions have consistently delivered value and reliability to clients worldwide. The publication emphasized its pride in recognizing organizations that have excelled in a dynamic and challenging market environment. Founded in 1987, Global Finance has a circulation of 50,000 and reaches readers in 188 countries and territories. Its audience includes senior corporate and financial officers at multinational companies and financial institutions. Headquartered in New York with offices worldwide, Global Finance is renowned for recognizing top performers in financial services, with its awards serving as a trusted benchmark of excellence for the global financial community. That brings us to the end of our top stories. Stay with us. After the break, we get into our community talk segment.
Santa has a festive surprise for you. Starting 2nd December, unwrap the magic of Christmas with our Advent calendar. Spot the Christmas globes in your favorite newspapers from Monday to Friday. Scan the QR code or WhatsApp #Advent Calendar 24 to the Synergy chatbot. Find the Christmas globes on NTV. Or visit our Facebook pages for daily Advent doors from Monday to Saturday. Win daily prizes. Lucky winners will be contacted and Logistics Hub Namibia will deliver your prize. Merry Christmas from Santa and his proud prize sponsors.
In our Community Talk segment tonight, a court-ordered inspection of election data by opposition parties has commenced at the Electoral Commission of Namibia, ECN, this morning. Elizabeth Kavis was there.
The official inspection of the election results have started this morning at ECN, and people are ready. See, the process started very early. They've only allowed the media inside for a maximum of 3 minutes for us to just take some content to show what is happening, what is currently underway.
Now, employment in Namibia's manufacturing sector decreased by 1.5% year-on-year in the past quarter, according to the Bank of Namibia's latest quarterly bulletin. More statistics to follow as we head into economic news after the break.
Welcome to Namibia, where adventure meets tranquility. With Enjoy, you have access to a wide range of accommodations to suit every traveler's taste and budget. Experience the finest dining and hospitality Namibia has to offer. Booking your dream accommodation is just a few clicks away with Enjoy. Join thousands of happy travelers who have trusted Enjoy for their Namibian getaway. Your gateway to unforgettable Namibian adventures. Visit us today at enjoy.my.na.
Headlining our economic news tonight, employment in Namibia's manufacturing sector decreased by 1.5% year-on-year in the past quarter, according to the Bank of Namibia's latest quarterly bulletin. However, on a quarterly basis, employment in the sector rose slightly by 0.1%. Meanwhile, the wholesale and retail sector saw a 1.7% year-on-year increase in employment during the third quarter, with most subsectors experiencing growth except for the furniture subsector. Quarter-on-quarter, employment in this sector rose by 2.1%. Wages in the wholesale and retail trade sector, the nominal wage bill and average wages fell year-on-year by 1.3% and 0.7% respectively. However, on a quarterly basis, both indicators improved, with the nominal wage bill increasing by 1.8% and average wages by 3.4%. In the manufacturing sector, the nominal wage bill and average wages recorded significant year-on-year increases of 14.7% and 16.4% respectively. The bank attributed this to growth in subsectors such as non-metallic minerals and food and beverages. Quarter-on-quarter, however, the nominal wage bill and average wages declined by 0.3% and 0.4% respectively. Looking at unit labor costs, the manufacturing sector's unit labor costs decreased both year-on-year and quarter-on-quarter, falling by 2% and 0.5% respectively. The Bank of Namibia noted that this decline improves the competitiveness of Namibian products in export markets. Now let's take a look at the economic indicators. The Namibian dollar trades at 22.92 to the British pound, 19.09 against the euro, 18.09 against the US dollar, and 2 Namibian dollars and 50 cents buys you 1 Chinese yuan. All commodities are down. Platinum taking the biggest dip of 0.13%, now trading at $938 per ounce. That brings us to the end of our economic news. Now, after the break, we get into international news. And tonight, we are talking the Democratic Republic of Congo that has filed criminal complaints against Apple subsidiaries in France and Belgium, alleging the tech giant uses conflict minerals in its supply chain. Stay with Sunset News for the full update.
As the holiday season draws near, ShopRite and Synergy Chatbot are delivering the Christmas spirit. Welcome at Santa's Wishlist. Follow the instructions to submit your drawing and letter to Santa. Step 1. Start by drawing a picture for Santa. And when you're done, just jot down a few details about yourself right next to it. Step 2. Scan the QR code and it will open up WhatsApp with a little message that says #ShopRiteSanta. Just send that message to Santa. Or if you like, you can also type #ShopRiteSanta into WhatsApp and send it to the number as indicated. Step 3. Follow the simple steps in the chatbot and submit your name and age, and most excitingly, the present you've picked from the list. Don't forget to include your physical address so Santa can find his way to you. Step 4. Once you've completed the previous steps, snap a photo of your drawing and your letter to Santa to submit your entry.
Now, remember, I'm looking forward to all the wonderful drawings and letters you'll be sending my way. See you soon, and keep spreading that holiday cheer. Ho, ho, ho!
Leading us into our international news, the Democratic Republic of Congo has filed criminal complaints against Apple subsidiaries in France and Belgium, alleging the tech giant uses conflict minerals in its supply chain. Congo's lawyers claim Apple profits from minerals pillaged from the country and laundered through international networks, accusing the company of complicity in war crimes and deceptive practices. Apple strongly denies these allegations, asserting that its suppliers must not source minerals from conflict zones in Congo or Rwanda. Congo, a significant global supplier of tin, tantalum, and tungsten, 3T minerals used in electronics, has long grappled with violence in its mining regions. Armed groups in eastern Congo reportedly fund themselves by controlling artisanal mines, engaging in atrocities, and smuggling minerals through neighboring countries like Rwanda. Apple has previously stated that it audits suppliers, funds traceability initiatives, and predominantly uses recycled minerals in its products. The complaints filed in Paris and Belgium on Monday accuse Apple France, Apple Retail France, and Apple Retail Belgium of covering up war crimes, laundering tainted minerals, handling stolen goods, and misleading consumers about its supply chain's integrity. Congo's legal team contends that ITSCI, a monitoring scheme Apple has referenced, has failed to ensure due diligence and has been discredited by industry bodies like the Responsible Minerals Initiative, RMI, of which Apple is a member. Apple, in response, stated it had suspended sourcing 3T minerals and gold from Congo and Rwanda earlier this year due to escalating conflict that hindered effective auditing. The company emphasized its high standards and increased support for organizations assisting affected communities. However, Congo's lawyers argue Apple's reliance on discredited traceability schemes undermines its claims. Congo's choice of France and Belgium reflects their strong emphasis on corporate accountability. Belgian lawyer Christophe Machon highlighted the historical exploitation of Congo's resources during Belgium's colonial rule, urging the country to aid Congo's efforts to end resource pillaging. Judicial authorities in both nations will decide whether to pursue investigations. This legal action follows a similar but unrelated case in the US earlier this year, where attempts to hold Apple and other tech firms accountable for alleged dependence on child labor in Congolese cobalt mines were dismissed. Since the 1990s, Congo's mining regions have been devastated by conflict fueled by competition for minerals. Millions of lives have been lost or displaced. While Rwanda denies benefiting from the illicit mineral trade, international bodies have raised concerns about smuggling and its role in financing armed groups. Congo's legal actions mark the first criminal complaints against a major tech company, signaling that its lawyers describe it as the beginning of a broader effort. In our next story, Russia announced on Wednesday that it had detained an Uzbek man accused of planting and detonating a bomb in Moscow that killed Igor Kirillov, a top general and head of Russia's nuclear, biological, and chemical protection troops. The explosion, which also claimed the life of Kirillov's assistant, occurred outside his apartment building on Tuesday. Russian authorities allege the attack was carried out under orders from Ukraine's SBU intelligence service. Ukraine's SBU has claimed responsibility for the killing, accusing Kirillov of deploying chemical weapons against Ukrainian forces, a charge which Moscow denies. Russia's investigative committee stated that the suspect admitted to traveling to Moscow, purchasing an electric scooter and fitting it with an explosive device to target Kirillov. He allegedly monitored the location using a surveillance camera linked to operatives in Ukraine before detonating the bomb remotely. The suspect, reportedly born in 1995, said he was promised $100,000 and European residency in return for the operation. Russian investigators are working to identify other individuals involved, with reports suggesting another suspect has been detained. Maria Zakharova, a spokesperson for Russia's foreign ministry, confirmed Moscow would bring the matter to the United Nations Security Council on December 20th. She vowed that all those involved would face justice, blaming the United States and Britain for supporting Ukraine's terrorist actions. The US State Department denied any involvement or prior knowledge of the incident, while a British government spokesperson condemned Kirillov for his role in the invasion of Ukraine and its devastating impact. Russian officials, including Dmitry Peskov and a Kremlin spokesperson, and Dmitry Medvedev, former president, accused Ukraine of using terrorist tactics and criticized Western support for Kyiv. Medvedev further denounced suggestions in Western media that such killings were legitimate acts of defense. Ukraine, facing what it calls an existential threat from Russia's ongoing war, has stated it views such targeted actions as a legitimate response to what it considers war crimes committed by Russian officials. That's it for our international news segment. Now let's take a look at the weather predictions. Katima Mulilo can expect showers and maximum temperatures of 31 degrees Celsius and minimum temperatures of 19 degrees Celsius. Here in Windhoek, it is going to be scorching hot. Maximum temperatures expected to hit 34 degrees Celsius and temperatures are expected to drop to as low as 18 degrees Celsius. Over at the coast, bright and sunny skies expected in Walvis Bay. Temperatures are expected to climb to as much as 21 degrees Celsius and to drop to as low as 13 degrees Celsius. In Ariamsvlei, again, blazing hot conditions. Maximum temperatures expected to hit as high as 37 degrees Celsius and expected to drop to as low as 19 degrees Celsius. Stick around with us as after the break, we take a look at the news headlining the world of sport.
Explore the beauty of Namibia with our car rentals. From wide open spaces to the plains of Namibia's national parks, enjoy the freedom of the open road. Go anywhere you want, whenever you want. We've got you covered, even in the most remote locations. Visit our website and see what we have to offer.
In sports news tonight, a historic moment awaits South Africa's first official blind soccer team as they prepare to compete in the inaugural International Blind Soccer Tournament in Moscow this week, hosted by the BRICS Plus Intergovernmental Group. The team, made up of 2 totally blind and 5 partially sighted players, along with 1 sighted goalkeeper, faces the incredible challenge of controlling a ball they cannot see, relying on an eye mask and a ball with a bell. Their purpose in Russia, according to the team, is to represent South Africa and show support for people living with blindness and partial sight, signaling that they are there for the community. However, the journey to this tournament has not been easy. Most players come from disadvantaged backgrounds, and the team has struggled with basic training resources and the costs of traveling to Russia. Kosana Kubeka, Chief Operations Officer of the Johannesburg Society for the Blind, where 5 of the players reside, expressed frustration over the lack of funding support. He stressed that the government should do more to support these national players who are now representing their country. Despite the challenges, the team is determined to play and make their mark on the international stage. Coach Mulungisi Msibi shared his pride in the team's growth, noting their heart and determination, despite lacking the resources and professional backing that other teams have. They're not resourced, they're not paid. We're going into a tournament where people are being paid. They play blind soccer at a professional level, week in and week out. All we have is heart, man, and for me, that's enough. The South African team will face professional and semi-professional teams from 6 other countries between December 18 and December 20th, aiming to make their country proud and show the world their resilience and passion for the game. All the best to them. Now, Manchester United coach Ruben Amorim expressed on Wednesday that the team is better with Marcus Rashford following the forward's recent comments about his future. Rashford, 27, has stated he was ready for a new challenge, fueling speculation about his potential move away from Old Trafford. Rashford, who was omitted from United's squad for their 2-1 win over Manchester City on Sunday, has been a key player for the club, scoring 138 goals in 426 appearances since making his debut in 2016. Despite signing a new 5-year contract last year, rumours about his departure continue. Amorim emphasized the importance of having players like Rashford, stating that the club needs big talents and that he's committed to helping Rashford reach his full potential. Ahead of Thursday's League Cup quarter-final against Tottenham Hotspur, Amorim also addressed the exclusion of 20-year-old winger Alejandro Garnacho, saying his decisions were aimed at maintaining high standards. "We are better with Marcus Rashford," he confirmed, adding that both Rashford and Garnacho's involvement in the team would depend on their performance in training. Amorim's focus remains on the present, aiming to bring out the best in each player to help the team succeed. And with that, we have come to the end of the broadcast. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook and all the NMH platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website, 102.com. Remember, Sunset News screens on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25 every weekday from 7:30 to 8 p.m. I am Diana Master, and this has been Sunset News. Don't end your day without us.